their salaries, some for 6 months, others 2 months, others 4 months, and the reason was connected with the Ministry of Public Service.
The Minister
And
is
I
here.
see the Minister of Public Service here, Right Honorable Speaker. Can she
Please.
explain why police officers have not been paid their salaries? And these are people who are actually holding
Please, Honourable
guns.
Minister.
Thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker, for giving me this opportunity, and I want to thank Honourable Sarah because she already alerted me. I contacted the Commissioner in charge of compensation. He said that Minister of Internal Affairs is coming up with a paper which will be presented here by the Minister himself, but tentatively he told me the problem was migration from IPPS to HCM. And if you are migrating from IPPS to HCM and you have any slight mistake maybe on your ID or your papers or your years, it is not easy to migrate automatically. So they are going to align their documents to make sure they are migrated smoothly. But at the moment, I beg that we wait for the full report from the Minister. I beg to submit, sir.
But, Honourable Minister, what I may ask is, once that migration is done, even the arrears would be paid. And then when do you think this can be expeditiously handled?
The arrears will be paid, Right Honourable, except I cannot commit when they will be paid because I need technical guidance on this.
Thank you.
I thank you, sir.
Honourable Minister, please, you and the Minister of Internal Affairs should expedite this. These are people with firearms, you know. They might run hungry and, yes, and you remember how we lost our colleague here in the House? So having a hungry person with a firearm guarding you, Honourable Minister, even you yourself, you are not secure. So you better expeditiously handle. Next.
Item 3.5, Committee on Tourism, Trade and Industry.
Honourable Chair, 15 minutes.
Thank you so much, Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker, allow me lay the report of the Sectoral Committee on Tourism, Trade and Industry on the Ministerial Policy Statement and Budget Estimates for the Ministry of Tourism, Wildlife and Antiquities, the Ministry of Trade, Industry and Cooperatives for the financial year 2025-2026. I beg to lay. Right Honourable Speaker, allow me lay the minutes of the meeting for the Committee on Tourism, Trade and Industry for Right Honourable Speaker, the compliance of ministerial policy statements, relevant provisions of the law, colleagues will read that. There is a status table showing their compliance. I'll go straight to the recommendations. Right Honourable Speaker, the committee recommends that the Ministry of Trade should ensure that all votes, provisions of the law, and the requirements of the MPS. Right Honourable Speaker, on table 2 is the Ministry of Tourism, Wildlife and Antiquities, and the table below shows the status of compliance.
If you could guide on the page, it's important.
Right Honourable Speaker, page 6. Thank you.
But why don't we go to page 38?
30. I was going there, Right Honourable Speaker. Just thought I would hint on this. Right Honourable Speaker, as you've guided, we go to page 38 for the observations and recommendations. Ministry of Trade, Industry and Cooperatives, MPS for financial year 2025-2026. Right Honourable Speaker, below there is delayed implementation of new laws and review of old ones. That's page 38. Parliament, while considering the budget for financial year 2025-2026, recommended that Ministry of Trade be availed 3 billion to operationalize the Accreditation Services Act and Sugar Act. However, this was not done, and the implementation of the two acts has not been funded in the proposed budget for financial year 2025-2026. Right Honourable Speaker, there are other bills below there that the committee also highlighted. I'll go to the recommendation. The committee recommends that government allocates funds to operationalize the Accreditation Services Act and the Sugar Act. Government fast tracks the tabling of the proposed bills before Parliament for processing. All right, Honourable Speaker, I'll go straight to page 40. The committee recommends that government allocates funds to Ministry of Trade to facilitate implementation of the aforementioned acts as indicated in the Certificate of Financial Implications that accompany the respective bills and expedites addressing the key policy issues identified above.